It is Tuesday, March 19th, 2009, and this Bitcoin breakout prediction seems like it's actually against the majority. This is the 24 hours of Bitcoin. You can pause the video to read our disclaimer, or you can click on the link in the description below. But let's jump right into where did this crazy prediction come from and how do I back it up? What do I do if I'm wrong? Let's start off with where did it come from? We'll just grab this Fibonacci extension tool and there it is. Pretty much that's it. If we go and take a look at, let me grab the horizontal line tool and I'll just draw a line right along close to there, right along close to there. Now we'll go to the 1 year view of the charts and pull this back. What I want to do is zoom in on where do these lines actually turn up on the historical price charts. So here's where we are now, and what I'm looking for is out of the bottom formation that we're squeezing out of right now, we're going to come up to these levels, back down to these levels, and then on from there. Now let's take a look at where that turns out to be. When we go back here, there's the chart pattern. Let's go through some of the indicators that refute or might back this up. First of all, we want to go into the close range view of the prices here of Bitcoin, Stellar, Ethereum, and Litecoin, all measured against the US dollar here today, and all look like they're making potential top formations right now. We can see lower highs moving all along, lower highs. And every time we get this weakness down to the bottom of these triangles, it definitely is edging up to be a sell signal. But how deep of a sell signal is it? If we take perspective and we zoom out to the longer term view, and we're looking at the 4-hour bars now, stretched all the way back to August, we can see that we are in classic technical analysis bottom formations that have taken more than 4 months to develop. So if they do break to the downside, it's certainly going to be significant. But it seems to me that everything is building for pressure to the upside. Let's go take a look at our 3 indicators right after taking a look at this other piece of evidence that makes me believe that the bull is here. Almost every day we go through about 50 different cryptocurrencies. We grade them on their bullishness index, and this chart is the average of the bullishness. We can see the bullishness is right off the scale, and bearishness, the red and orange, are right at the very bottom. Red is at the very bottom, green is like right at the very top. So it's the strong bull market in the cryptocurrencies on average. Given that and the bottom formations that we're shaping up to in the main 4 coins, I do believe that there's a significant move coming to the upside. Now, our indicators should be able to tell us what's going on. We should be able to watch from day to day and see our RSI give us details about this. We are looking at the MACD indicator here. So we'll start off with that and we'll go to the RSI in a second. On the daily view, we can see a crossover here and we're bullish and more bullish and more bullish. One thing that I like to keep an eye on is the weekly view, where when we click on this, we can see that we had a crossover, all positive histogram. It doesn't seem like it's pulling back significantly. So that seems to me that there is going to be a big move. Some suggestion here is that it'll be heading to 9,000, 10,000, 9,300, and in a hurry. That's not a lot of movement in this chart when you look at it from this perspective. So now let's zoom in on this and take a look and see the MACD indicator is still in the 3-month view when we're looking at the 12-hour bar. For me, this is showing strength, 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 strength all the way along, and it's not showing a crossover that is telling me that this is where it's going to fail. Not yet. We'll tune in tomorrow and see how that turns out. When we go into the close range time frame, it's also not giving me a big crossover from a high spot pulling down, which would give me the indication that it's coming down. So the more I zoom in, the more it seems that we are at the very decision point, and it doesn't look like it's going down to me. Now, when we go to the 1 year view and we're looking at the on balance volume, each day what we're looking for here is evidence of this increasing from day to day to day. And I think yesterday we were identifying that it's really got to break above these levels on strength before we're going to see this breakout. So we'll expect to see those two things happening together. When we go on to the MACD indicator, I'm going to have to load up this other chart. So let me go to the RSI, put this indicator in here. And I like, because of just visual properties, I like to have this stand out a little more. Now what we're looking at for the RSI, go to the 5-year view. This is the most oversold it's been in the 5-year view. The most oversold it's been when we're looking at the weekly view. That's pretty keen. Now when we go to the 1-year view and we look at where's the last time it was this oversold, way back in 2015, a couple times just before the big bull market, right at the end of the dump and right before the bull market. So that we are seeing this kind of strength in the RSI from the super oversold position all the way up here is pretty significant. When we zoom into the 3-month view, we're still seeing stronger RSI. I'm not seeing a divergence here that's telling me that we're topping and coming down. And we can see those other divergences when we are topping and coming down. Here's a quick one. Whoops. And so we can see on this one, this is a clear divergence as we're coming up and double testing. And we'll be watching for that kind of thing to be happening now at this point. If we come up to a double test in this level, then we will. I wonder if there's keyboard shortcuts that I could be using to change tools as I'm drawing. That would be awesome. I'm going to look into that. That'd be a lot faster than clicking all over the screen. So those are my thoughts on Bitcoin right now. It does seem to me that we are going in for a very strong move to the upside. And all of my indicators, the on-balance volume, the moving average acceleration deceleration indicator, the MACD, as well as the RSI, are all matching up to what we're seeing in the overall market condition, as well as what we're seeing in all of the different cryptocurrencies. And I recommend that you go over to our website, IntroToCryptos.ca, and register, where you can get our free trading plan and you can get access to this report on the bull market watch. That's it for today in Bitcoin. Make sure you don't miss out on this. And remember, this is just technical analysis. This is a Bitcoin price prediction. It's not actual trading. If you were actually trading this, you would have to have risk control rules and a strategy for dealing with what happens when the market goes against you, when it does what you don't expect it to do. You have to have those plans in place before you're trading. Technical analysis and price prediction, those are a little bit different. Now, tune in tomorrow and we'll see what actually turns out with the price of Bitcoin.